Masculinity has always meant power, but in the good sense, it meant power to protect the weaker, to protect your family. And now it means entitlement. Because I'm a man, I'm entitled to get to the head of the line. I'm entitled to make more money. I'm entitled to tell you to do whatever I want you to do. I'm entitled to ask you a sexual favor, and if you don't give it to me, I have the power to fire you. Now, so this is a negative, and I think it's being changed. And here's one of the great things about the media. So the media typically follows, the media follows evil. So when terrorist attacks started in America, I did lots of work. The media always exaggerated it because it made the headlines. Yes, 3 people died in a subway, and it was all over. The same day, 50 people died in New York City in automobile accidents. More people die in America from fatal car accidents than from all the terrorist attacks ever. But here's a case where the media, I applaud, they took this up and they said, here is something worth reporting. Here's something worth following up with individual stories as well as a movement that is changing reality, saying women and men who do the same job to the same standards should be treated the same in terms of money, in terms of salary, in terms of notoriety, in terms of promotion. Now, the new phenomena, which is really sad for me, is young men and boys living in virtual reality. Now, we all spend our life on Facebook. We all spend our life on Gmail. So you go like, so this is where the phone fits all the time. In wonderful San Francisco, which used to be the head of the social movements, somebody's walking with a Starbucks cup here and a cell phone here, an earphone, not noticing any, not knowing beggars, not knowing other people. Now, the problem now is with young men, they are choosing to live in a world of virtual reality, meaning playing video games nonstop. Video games are enchanting. They are exciting. It's one of the few things in life where a young boy or young man knows that the more I practice, the more I play, the better I will get. Not only that, everybody will know because I get a score. And the more I play, my score goes up and up and up and up. And so I get prestige by being a star at World of Warcraft or whatever. And so you have to keep playing. And practice makes perfect. So they keep doing more and more. Now, interestingly, research in cognitive psychology says that if you play video games 2 to 3 hours, even every day, it improves cognitive functioning, eye-hand coordination. The tipping point is when you go beyond 5. When you play video games 5 hours, typically every night, kids still go to school, 5 hours and more, then it begins to become an addiction. It begins to be part of what was known as present hedonism. That is, you get trapped in the moment. You don't think about the past, you don't think about the future. You stop chatting to friends. It's a waste of time. You text. You give up your job. You give up exercising. You become obese. You sit in your room eating junk food. And you're a consumer, and you're not a creator. You don't write. You don't learn a foreign language. You don't desire to travel. All you want, in fact, this year, first time ever, more 18-year-old young men in America chose not to go to driver's ed to get a driver's license. And they said, we don't want to go anywhere. We want to stay in our room.
And this is infecting then the masculinity.
It's affecting masculinity because they don't want to be men. They just want to be the star video player. Now, it gets worse because...
This is almost 2 different sides of the equation, because we have the Harvey Weinsteins that are maybe too masculine,
yeah,
and then the young men that are not masculine enough.
Yeah.
How does this play out?
Well, what makes it work, well, the way they partially regain their masculinity is now, for the first time in history, pornography is available free, online, 24/7 in most countries around the world. And that's never happened. In the olden days, you had to go to a penny arcade, you had to go to a movie place, Times Square, right. 42nd Street in the olden days. Right. But now, it doesn't cost you anything. You type in www.pornhub.com, and there are hundreds and hundreds of free porn sites. And there are many sites that you just pay $1, and now you have access to women, beautiful women, stunning women, and for $1 you have a woman talking to you, telling you how beautiful you are, how sexy you are, telling you to undress, or she's going to imagine she's undressing you. So this is where young men are gaining their masculinity. And they are giving up girlfriends. The sad thing is there are many women, wives, who are divorcing their husband because the husband would rather masturbate watching pornography than having sex with her. If they can, they convince them to go to family therapy, but it doesn't, once they're addicted, it's over. Now, the problem is young boys are playing video games 5-10 hours a night, and they use pornography as the break. Then they watch pornography, masturbate, go to sleep, wake up. The consequence is they are failing in school because they're not doing their homework. They don't have a job, they give up their job. They stop, if they're on a team, they stop playing sports. So their whole life gets funneled down to sitting in front of a computer or with a cell phone or iPad, playing video games, watching pornography.